What's up, guys? It's Ben here from North Carolina. You know, when I was getting ready to train in paramotoring, I was watching hundreds of videos, and they helped me so much. It gave me some inspiration, a little bit of learning, and it allowed me to kind of visualize what it would be like the first time I get in the air. But when I was seeking out videos, I was thinking about my own circumstances. So I fly in a landlocked area here in North Carolina. I didn't care about beach flying videos. I was interested in foot launching. I couldn't care less about trikes at the time. And I was worried about just a safe operation of a paramotor. So I didn't care about acro or landing in exotic locations. Guys, drop me a comment down below. Tell me, what are you interested in when you seek out paramotor videos? Are you looking for foot launch, trike, cross country? So I love sharing with you guys my experience, my journey, my progression through the sport. I'm a pilot who's somewhere around 50 flights, and it actually gives me an interesting opportunity. I've had some fun this week going back and looking at some videos from some of our favorite guys like Woody and like Kyle O and others, and seeing what did they experience when they were still a low-hour pilot, maybe like I am today. But it really resonates today with me now that I have several flights under my belt. When these guys put together a portfolio of videos and share them online, a lot of that content stands the test of time. And the experiences, the challenge, the progression, the failed launches, the successes, they're all relevant today. Oh man, it's a beautiful evening. I will say the Windsock is laying down at the moment, but it has been periodically kind of cranking up, and I guess that's because the sun is still in the sky, warming the ground. It should be getting down low enough momentarily that we're really not going to be able to see any thermic activity at all. I'm running my helmet camera already because there are a number of things I'd like to do tonight on this flight, and I thought I would attempt just to do something a little bit like a uncut version of my video from this flight. Speaking of, I don't typically do this, but let me see if I can get a video of my wing inflating tonight. So here's an old school GoPro 7 Silver. It's a decent camera, does some things better than others, but we'll see if we can at least just get this wing coming up tonight. And we'll just leave it going for the evening. I already have my motor sitting up here and the chase camera. I'll see if I can remember to hook that up tonight. I forgot it on my last flight. Okay, let me set down my bag. This bag here, I keep a little bit of water, my phone, and a camera. Alright, so let me get my riser situated before I pull too much more on that wing. Here are my A's on the leading edge. Make sure my B's are clear. And then we'll pull the trailing edge. Okay. Okay, so again, we'll clear the A's, the B's, Alright, now that looks good. Make sure this is clear so there's no cravat. No harm in starting this camera now. Okay, I'm gonna start my app. Fly sky high, fly, start. Let me just double check. Winds look great. And flight radar 24. Primarily looking for helicopters. I think this plane is coming in nearby. Okay. So let's get this motor warm. To here. Good. Unobstructed. From the pulley to the riser. So let me start by just warming this up. Clear? I can hear that plane right there calling to Goose Creek traffic. I think he's gonna go around. Alright. We're gonna go hard. Ready? 1, 2, 3. For the folks who do follow my channel and ask about how I get that front-facing camera view, this is the GoProMax. It's a 360-degree camera. It actually edits out the selfie stick with software, and I just sit on the stick and get a great view of the flight. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Air traffic right now, so I just wanted to get up and out of the way. For the first time I'm dealing with having my speed bar set up, so it went relatively smooth. The line did get hooked here, and I simply moved it. It's fine. I'm headed a couple miles to the northwest here, and the bumps are slowly settling down. So this is a construction site that I visited on one of my earlier flights. I think it was something like my 12th flight. There were a few bumps that evening, so I didn't actually go too low. But I noticed some activity here today, so I thought I would swing back through. We'll see if we get a little smoother air tonight. Yeah, they're definitely working today. I wonder if this project was put on hold with some of the economic stuff that we've been experiencing. Making a little cul-de-sac, or see a cell tower right here. This is actually a place where they play cricket, and it looks like they're improving the field, maybe adding a second field up top. I just want to fly over the golf course, and then we'll cruise right past. That air traffic very close by. I can hear more air traffic 5 miles out, so I'm keeping my head on the swivel here. I do like to fly low because I know I'm well below those planes, but at the same time I have to be able to clear these tree lines if I needed to make an emergency landing in one of these fields. I do see the aircraft overhead here. I'm going to dip down. So I bought these gloves. It's now November and I haven't worn gloves yet this season. They say that they're windproof, so I wanted to try them out. And at the moment I just have them on one hand. I can say it's definitely warmer. Okay, if I'm clear of that traffic, I'm going to go ahead and climb so I can get over these tree lines and get back to a larger field. I do see a tree stand down there, but there's no hunters in this field because they're actually working the field right now. I see the tractors and the trucks. Looks like they're raking and seeding. Look at all this cotton here. to do a little bit of an exercise here. This is something I was working on the other night. Similar to spot landing, I'm not actually going to land here. This is my neighbor's property. I'd rather do it here than my own property because I have so many trees that I have to worry about rotor. But I'm going to imagine that I would be wanting to land in this field in the shadow of the tree directly below me there. So I'm going to fly above the tree and just go to idle. So now I'm right above the spot where I want to land. So I have to work now on doing some S-turns, some spirals, and see if I can land exactly where I want. Now I thought that was smoke coming off there. They're actually harvesting soybeans. It's just dust. I see the wind is going in that direction, so I'm gonna set it up in that way. I am looking for air traffic because Goose Creek Airport is right there. I do have some electrical poles. You know, let me do the exact same exercise on the far side of the field where there's no wires. Same exercise though. And we'll call it kind of in the middle of the field there. I'll just keep the motor warm here. But I'm treating it as if the power is off. Now I'm gonna look, lean. This would be a little bit high. So I would have liked to have landed coming up there, so I would have been a little bit short, but the other thing that I'd like to do tonight is to go ahead and use the speed bar. So why don't I grab some altitude in case I run into any trouble. I'll have plenty of room to throw the reserve. So just as a point of reference, the wing that I'm flying is the AirDesign EZ2. This is an A-rated or beginner wing. The designers tout its forgiveness, stability, and passive safety. They also describe it as being agile, although I guess that's up for debate. The good thing about this wing, while it's well proven among paragliders and widely used for paramotoring as a beginner wing, it also includes a lot of modern technology. Okay, I've got some pretty good altitude, plenty of field below me. I don't see any other aircraft in the area. Let's see if I can get out my speed bar. Here it is. Okay, I need someone who knows more about this than me to tell me, am I stepping on the wrong part of the bar, or are there meant to be 2 steps? This was my first time using speed bar, and I was a little bit clumsy getting the bar in and putting it away, and tentative using it for the first time, but in the end I can see using my application that I did gain about 5 miles per hour of speed using the bar and trimmed out. So good to have that tool in my toolkit going forward. Okay, so I would like to stow the speed bar. I'm a mess. Well, I fumbled around for a minute trying to get the Velcro open and close using gloves, but eventually I got situated. So let me just throw this out there. If there's anybody who's interested in getting into the sport, you have questions about this video, the equipment, the cameras, anything, drop me a note in the comments below and I'll get back to you. If there's experienced guys out there who have some advice for me, you can help me out with anything that you're seeing here, drop me a comment also. Appreciate all that. Okay, so there is one more thing I'd like to do tonight. I'd like to try out the various cameras and check the video quality on the new iPhone 12 Pro Max. There are a couple challenges with that. Of course, it's pretty cold and I'm wearing gloves. So you can see on the iPhone 12 Pro Max there are 3 cameras and there are 3 settings. So let's just check the standard setting here. Other thing we can do is check it with the 2.5 optical zoom. So what is the consensus on these lenses and cameras on the iPhone 12? Well, it's been 20 minutes and I've kept you long enough in this video, but if you do come back for the following video, I'll spend 4 or 5 minutes and give you a concise review. I spent a good portion of this flight working things out, developing my skills, but in the last few minutes here, I have one of those moments where I absolutely feel like I'm in a dream. Just hovering feet above the ground, with the sun going down and just surrounded by golden landscape. It's incredible. Please enjoy. And finally, all of the batteries on the cameras died, so there's no footage of the landing, but if you're really into learning about paramotors and you want to see what the landing looks like, here's a shot from one a couple weeks ago. Guys, thanks for coming out, checking out the channel and the flight. Make sure you come back and check out the next video. One one closing thought. You know, we interact with people every day, and we don't always think about the impact of those moments. But I can tell you that a small act of kindness can have a cascading effect across someone's entire day or week. I'm talking about impacting someone's happiness, their health, their relationships. Make the conscious choice to lift someone else up. It will be powerful.